The 1971 playoffs had the return of the defending champs, going for a third straight World Series appearance, the return of last year's NL East winners, a budding franchise in Oakland, and their Bay Area neighbors who needed every regular season game to win their division. The Baltimore Orioles' dominance in the ALCS continued. They swept the first two league championship series and did the same to the Oakland A's. The A's jumped out to a 3-0 lead in the opener and held a 3-1 edge through 6.5 before a 4-run Baltimore 7th brought young Oakland back to reality. Vida Blue, the AL Cy Young and MVP winner at age 22, looked sharp until that 7th-inning barrage. Catfish Hunter was done in by the long ball in Game 2, one from Brooks Robinson, one from Elrod Hendricks, and two from Boog Powell. The result was a 5-1 Oriole win. Baltimore finished off the sweep at Oakland Coliseum. As he did in the previous 2 years, Jim Palmer was on the mound to wrap up Baltimore's AL three-peat, but he struggled through this one, allowing 2 homers to the yet-to-be-declared Mr. October, Reggie Jackson. The Orioles gave Palmer enough support by scratching out 2 runs in the 5th and 2 in the 7th. On to the National League Championship Series, Pittsburgh and San Francisco. The Giants had an aging star in Willie Mays and slugger extraordinaire Willie McCovey. The Pirates featured the dynamic Roberto Clemente and the powerful Willie Stargell. But the star of the series would be Bob Robertson, who blasted 4 home runs, including a hat trick in Game 2. Before that, the Giants took the opener at Candlestick Park behind Gaylord Perry, a possible sign that their late-season struggles were behind them. Robertson then became the first player since Babe Ruth to hit 3 home runs in a postseason contest in a 9-4 Bucs win. His Game 3 blast off Juan Marichal was the difference in a 2-1 victory at Three Rivers Stadium. The rest of the Pirate bats came to life in Game 4. Down 5-2 in the second, Richie Hebner connected for a tying 3-run homer. Pittsburgh scored 4 in the 6th thanks mainly to another 3-run shot, this time by Al Oliver. The Pirates reached the Fall Classic for the first time in 11 years.
Dave at the belt, here he comes. Change hit down to third. Hebner goes a long way to Robinson. That's it. The Pirates are the National League champions.
The Orioles were a decided favorite in the World Series, just like they were in 1969 and just like they were in 1970. The first 2 games at Memorial Stadium proved this out. The Birds won the opener 5-3, and then the next, 11-3, as Jim Palmer went the distance. Brooks Robinson drove in 4 in Game 2's blowout, and all signs pointed to an Orioles repeat. But just as Robinson was the standout of the 70 World Series, it would be so in 71 for Roberto Clemente.
He does it all. He runs, he throws, he catches the ball. Oh, does he hit. There's his 4th hit. Second base. And he's going to beat Frank's throw. Clemente with a double.
At age 37, Clemente's all-around talents spearheaded the Pirate resurgence. He hit safely in all 7 games, extending a personal streak to 14, dating back to the 1960 World Series, which also went the distance. He batted .414, had 5 extra base hits, including 2 home runs, and used his right arm in right field to keep opposing base runners in check. Pittsburgh got back on track in Game 3, and Bob Robertson delivered once more. A 3-run homer off Mike Cuellar. This was plenty of support for Steve Blass, who pitched a complete game, allowing just 3 hits, a run, and striking out 8. Game 4 was a milestone in World Series history, the first played under the lights. The Bucs survived an early Birds onslaught and won 4-3, with relief help from young Bruce Kison. Bob Robertson struck again in Game 5. A 4-0 shutout meant a 3rd straight Pirate win heading back to Baltimore. Bob Moose was Pittsburgh's Game 6 starter, the 6th different starting pitcher used by manager Danny Murtaugh. The Pirates led 2-0 early.
Well, Frank's going to make a move on this one. It's gone. Home run Clemente, and the Pirates 2, the Orioles nothing. And what a magnificent performance from Pittsburgh's right fielder, the great Roberto Clemente.
The Orioles tied it by the 7th. Both teams had scoring chances in the late innings, but it went to the 10th. Frank Robinson walked and advanced to third on Merv Retman's hit up the middle. Brooks Robinson lifted a short fly ball to center. Frank tagged and slid under a leaping Manny Sanguillen to ensure a 7th game.
Watching Frank
third. Davalillo is under it and shallow. Davalillo's catch. Frank is coming. Here comes the throw. He scores, and the Orioles win.
Steve Blass started that 7th game for Pittsburgh, Mike Cuellar for Baltimore. Blass was brilliant. 1 run on 4 hits. No question the pitching hero for the Bucs. Oriole bats, which produced 16 runs in the first 2 games, managed just 8 in the final 5. But the heroics of Clemente made the difference.
That is hit well. A Clemente home run, and the Pirates lead 1-0.
His home run in the 4th inning opened the scoring and solidified his MVP credentials. The Orioles managed to score in the 8th to cut the 2-run Pirate lead in half, but Blass closed it out.
4 hitters so far today, and he's leading 2-1. There's a drive up the middle. Hernandez in back of the bag. He's got him. Jesse Hernandez. Look at Blass. Blass has picked the Pirates to the World Championship.
Check out the 1971 Pirates World Championship t-shirt on Homage, plus more from their MLB collection and other vintage gear.
Congratulations on a great World Series.
Thank you, Bob. And before I say anything in English, I would like to say something for my mother and father in Spanish. En el día más grande de mi vida, para los nenes, la bendición mía y que mis padres me echen mi bendición en Puerto Rico. Mr. and Mrs. Clemente, we love them too.
Thanks for watching, and check out more year-by-year postseason highlights.